Arise and shine. I want to share with you an experience I had a few days ago. I'm sharing this from my heart, and I hope this blesses you and helps you if you've experienced the same thing. It was a few days ago. I was washing my dishes, and it was an afternoon, and I had had an extremely busy week, and my little to-do list had gotten ahead of me. My dishes and laundry and food to cook, all the things you have to do were a little overwhelming. And I just felt the enemy poking at me a little bit, making me feel a little anxious and pushed of all the things I had not gotten done. And I knew it was the enemy. I felt my heart rate up a little bit, and I'm going, this is ridiculous. It's just house stuff. I am not going to allow the enemy to push me around like this. And I just got in the zone with the Lord, and I heard the Lord clearly say, Leslie, put those dishes down, because I don't have a dishwasher. These are my dishwashers. My hands are. Put those dishes down, dry your hands off, and go to the porch and sit with me. And I knew the Lord had come to the rescue. So after I had sat out there a bit, I got the unction from the Lord to pick up my pen and to write about this, because I think I'm not the only one in this season that may feel a little bit, let things creep up on you and let you feel pushed and cause you to miss wonderful things. So we don't want that to happen. That's why I'm sharing this with you. So this was what I wrote after sitting there a while. I decided to go to my front porch and just sit. Inside there was a house to clean, food to cook, dishes to do, and laundry to fold, but I felt the lead of the Lord to sit and just come rest a bit. As I sat quietly, I noticed the oak tree was showing me thousands of beautiful leaves it had produced this summer. Such beautiful dark green color. The zinnias showed off their amazing hot pink flowers. The wind showed up and showed off by waving the oak leaves in beautiful waves of movement. Angels and bird shapes showed up in the clouds with a backdrop of beautiful blue skies behind them. A dog was barking and a cat came and sat in my lap. As my to-do list was still waiting inside, the Lord then spoke to me in a whisper. Enjoy these moments. The to-dos can wait a bit, but saturate yourself in my beautiful creation. The to-dos of this world are always there, and a new list will arrive tomorrow. More dishes, more laundry, because life is always in motion. So instead of making it a list of battles and challenges, just relax and gently move through the day, and remember to weave moments of my beauty and peace into each day. And so I looked some things up in the world, about, well, did Jesus ever feel like this, And this is what I found. Let me tell you the situation they were in. Jesus and the disciples were busy in a town, and a lot of people were being healed, and they were all coming to hear the word. And the disciples said, Master, we can't even get a chance to eat. And in Mark 6:31, this is what Jesus told them. He said, come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. I never really focused on that scripture, but that was the advice of the Lord, and that was what the Lord was nudging me to do that day. So the reason I'm taking the time to do this kind of different video of a testimony about that is because I'm noticing people around me that are saying, oh, they just feel overwhelmed, or there's so much to do. And so this morning, I was feeling a little bit of that creeping back up. I had to do something I didn't want to do today, which was go to the dentist. So I said to the Lord, I need to feel your rest. And that's what I've learned. That's one thing I want to get across to you. This is the point of the video. Call on the Lord when you feel stressed, and He will bless you, and He will give you a peace that only He can give you. And I just said, Lord, I just ask you to touch me and to give me peace about this. And He did. And I went and to that dentist appointment, and things turned out so good. I came home and got on my knees and thanked the Lord for the good report and just the peace and grace. But he told me the funniest thing, and I'm going to tell on myself here, because this morning I confessed that I was feeling a little anxiousness. And you know what the Lord told me? It's hysterical. He said, Leslie, would you watch your own videos? I laughed. The Lord laughed. I just laughed and laughed. I thought that's the funniest thing. Well, I schedule videos 2 or 3 days in advance, and I kind of forget what's coming out on what day, what subject. So that morning after my quiet time, the video came out at 7 in the morning, and I thought, well, the Lord told me to watch my own videos. I turned it on. It was about peace and rest and walking in His grace. I sat there and just laughed. And the funny thing was, when you get blessed by your own video, not only the Lord can do that, but I watched it, and it was a word from the Lord. It wasn't me. I was just the vessel of the video. That's all I do. I'm just a vessel. It's the Lord moving through me in words for my videos. And so He blessed me through that. And I said, you know, that's right. I'm receiving your peace and your rest and your goodness. So I tell some funny stories on myself today. And I just pray that you go out in the beautiful nature and look up at the sky and look at the beautiful trees and let those leaves wave to you with the wind blowing them so beautifully, and live today at the speed of joy, which is love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, forgiveness, all those fruit of the Spirit. Thanks for taking the time to share with me and let me share some of my life and my experiences with you. Have a super blessed day.